The double A is called Wedding Day, and they're coming out on Cherry Forever Records. It's the first new solo material she's released in 10 years, and I caught up with her for a chat last week.
Six Music.
Courtney, welcome to the programme. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, well, it's great to see you over here in London, and you've been playing some shows. What's the kind of vibe between the band? Have rehearsals been? Have you been rehearsing much?
Yeah, we've been at John Henry's. The PAs... I almost said yesterday, how do British bands even exist? Because the PA was so terrible. But then I'm a freak. I really like the band super, super loud, and then me super loud on top of it. So they call it the circle of death. They make wedges. They put wedges all around me in a circle.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I'm really a loud singer. So I like a really loud sound.
Fantastic. So you think you're getting close to that now, or have you got a bit of work
I'm
to
going to
do?
go see a ear, nose, throat doctor on Harley Street after this, and see if I can get Screamer's little helper that that one needs.
Is this the entertainer's secret that I've heard about so much about? Jen from Y Oak was lubricating her throat.
Yeah, entertainer's secret's fine, but if you're really serious about it, you get a shot, and it's not. As liberal as the UK is about giving medication, they're not liberal about this stuff at all. They're very I went to see Flo's doctor yesterday, and he was like, "I've never given a shot of that in my life." I'm like, we do it in Beverly Hills every week.
It's just like it's just a Wednesday night.
Yeah, it
sounds awesome, Courtney.
Yes.
I think that's well. Listen, best of luck with that.
Yeah, I still have to talk to the next doctor.
Absolutely, everything crossed for you on that front.
Thanks.
So talk to me about the new single, which is a double A side. You Know My Name and Wedding Day. Now, I read that when you started work on this, you kind of had a little bit of writer's block, and you were trying to work, and then suddenly the first track just came to you in 20 minutes. Is that right?
Yeah, but I mean, credit where it's due. It's Mikko's riff. It's not my riff.
Okay.
So, I met him through Mairead Nash.
Mairead Nash, yes. Who will be familiar.
Florence's manager.
Absolutely. And former Six Music DJ, funnily enough.
Oh, really? Is that
one
right?
half of the Queens of Noise. Yeah.
With Tabitha, right,
Yeah.
of course. Mairead found Mikko for me 2006 now.
Okay, so you've been working together a little while. What made you decide that it was the right time to go back into solo mode? Because the new solo material is the first solo stuff that we've had for about 10 years, I think, since America.
I just dropped it while it was hot. I just felt like, just drop it. Just drop it now.
Before that, you took a little break, and you described spending some time living like a socialite in New York.
Yeah, I did.
How was that? Tell me about that.
Lots of gowns, lots of dates, lots of going to galas.
Okay, I read that you dated a lot of guys who didn't have tattoos.
Yes.
And did you check in advance, or was that like...
I'd ask, yeah.
Okay. And
But like investment bankers.
Okay. Right.
It was my investment banker phase.
And how was that? What did you learn? Is it new experience?
Yeah, I learned a lot about money. I learned a lot about private jet jealousy.
Tell me about private jet jealousy.
Oh, he's got a Falcon, and I only have a G5. I'm getting a Falcon. I don't know. Just rich guys are weird. I learned what the Hamptons were. I didn't know what the Hamptons were.
Yes.
That's where rich people go for the summer.
Yes, and there are really big kitchens. With
really big
ostentatious
kitchens.
Flowers.
Yeah,
I've seen it in films.
And you've seen Wolf of Wall Street, so you know. Yeah, people live like that.
Okay.
And I have now spent a summer in the Hamptons, and would do it again. But I do like it here right now. It's lovely. My allergies are kicking up bad, but it's just a lovely British spring.
Absolutely. So listen.
But then when you guys get summer, you don't do summer that well, I'm afraid.
Really? What's wrong with our summers?
It's a perfectly acceptable summer.
Okay.
But I'd rather be somewhere else.
We don't react to it well, are you saying? So
well, it's not so much that. I mean, you guys have a perfectly fine summer.
Right.
It's just I'd rather be somewhere where there's a beach.
Well, sure. Yeah, I think we all would. But we just make the best of it.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I mean, yeah. All right.
So tell me about the kind of, after your period of living like a socialite, summering in the Hamptons, because I believe it is also a present participle. I've heard people use that.
Yes.
You kind of felt this need for like big guitars. You just needed needed that sound back in your life.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So tell me about working on the record, like making the single.
We demoed them very quickly, and then we recorded them very quickly.
And that was with Michael Beinhorn, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, and he produced Celebrity Skin. What made him the right choice?
He also produced Nobody's Daughter. He's just a genius, and he has like perfect pitch, and he's very underrated, and he's just got the weirdest personality tics, but he's got ears like nobody. So.
And what's your approach in the studio? How do you like to make records?
In this case, I actually took the mic out of the thing and I just screamed it, so it was fine.
Okay.
And it was done. It was cheap and dirty and fast.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I mean, will you be doing more? Are there more tracks laid down already? Or
Yeah, there are. I don't know of them which ones will be bonus and not, but we have some extra ones that are pretty good.
Okay, when might we get to hear those, do you think?
I don't know. Let's see how good you are.
Not very good. We can't behave ourselves. It's an ongoing problem. So besides music, you've got a lot of other projects on the go. I know that you started a YouTube channel a while back.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, we all have to pay the rent.
So what's the deal? What kind of stuff are you broadcasting? I think
I have
Wednesday?
total control of it. And it's like little bits of things of me talking smack about someone in the back of a car. I mean, it's just which that one shouldn't have come out, but I get to preview it, and then I'm like, okay, send that out. It's fine. It's fine. It's actually been very good for perception. It helped me get an agent at a really good agent at a proper agency for movies. Mm-hmm. So, and I didn't have to do anything on television.
Okay. You've also got some plans in that area as well. You're going to be getting back into film. I think.
Yeah.
Which projects have you got kind of coming up?
I'm not saying you'll read about them when they happen, but they're happening.
Okay.
So.
And I heard that you had plans to write a book as well.
Well, I have a co-writer, and this is an ongoing concern for 4 years now. So I have a co-writer, and he turned the book in, and it was just like me jacked on coffee and sugar in a really foul mood, like slagging everything. And I was just like, I'm not putting that out. I'd rather move to, I would have to move to Iowa or, the Lake District or something. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with Lake. Turnbridge Wells. Hull. No, Slough.
Slough.
Yeah, Slough. I'd have to move to Slough. I'd be the crazy old lady of Slough.
I can't imagine that somehow, Courtney. So the book isn't happening.
The book is happening, but they just have to figure out a way to make it work so that it reflects who I am and not reflects like rock villainess.
Okay, so right. So when might we get to read that then? I mean, are you going to be bringing?
I would say at the earliest December. That's the earliest.
Okay, and have you got a title for the book?
Yeah,
Rock Villainess is quite a good title, to be completely frank.
No, it's called Girl with the Most Cake.
Perfect. Okay. And what about the labels, the fashion labels? Because anybody who follows you on Instagram will have seen.
We're doing a thing with a company called Dolls Kill, which is out of San Francisco, and it's what all the little teenage girls are wearing now.
How would you describe the Never the Bride aesthetic?
It's really romantic and baroque. Sort of like what I'm wearing now is a slip dress that I took. I remade it. So I sort of upcycled it.
I love that. Yeah, vintage, beautiful kind of buttercup colour.
Yeah.
And tartan as well. Very cool. Can we get that over here, or is that going to be?
I don't know yet. It's going to start with Dolls Kill, which I think 30% of the sales are to Great Britain. So.
Okay, great. It sounds like you've got a lot of plates spinning and a lot of different projects on the go. How do you decide what you're going to focus on next?
Well, I really like music a lot, so I kind of let that guide me. If someone drops an A-list script in my lap like it's hot, then I'm obviously going to do that. But, I think the next thing after this is going to be focusing more on the Celebrity Skin whole lineup and writing and figuring out where we're going to summer.
People have been talking. Yes,
I'm not even joking. We have to summer somewhere.
Where would you like to summer?
Well,
where's on the list?
Melissa lives in Hudson Valley, which is by a river, not the sea, and people winter in Hudson Valley.
They prefer to winter rather than summer. Yeah. Sure.
Yes, I have a friend who's my friend who I used to date, and he has a winter house in House of Valley.
Seasonal houses. It's yeah.
Yeah, seasonal houses amongst the wealthy. It's a thing.
It's a whole thing. So, Courtney, this is. It sounds like a really sort of positive period for you, and a really good kind of. You're in a good zone.
I am in a great zone. Yeah.
What about the acting stuff? You said that you've got an agent now, and there are some potential big film roles, but you don't want to talk about them yet. Are you kind of having to focus? I guess a lot of actors who are working actors, they still go to class, and that's a whole kind of thing that they pursue and study.
No, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm a good actress, and if you're a good director, you can handle me. I don't need to go to class, but I do go to coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's that like? What's that involved?
Well, it just depends on who your coach is. Some of them are, God, you're the greatest thing ever, which it doesn't really work for me. I like a tougher coach. And I really like British coaches who went to like RSC and can do Shakespeare properly and stuff like that.
Is that the kind of approach that you like in the studio as well? I'm thinking of you, saying that Michael Beinhorn has some odd personality quirks.
Yes, but he's extremely disciplined.
But you also need someone who can challenge you a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Creatively.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's really